How to Be Famous in 6 Months by L.P. Edwards. The Advanced Course for Fame.
Greetings, and welcome to the Advanced Course for Fame. I admire your dedication and total commitment to fame. The following information is more complex, both in concept and technique. Unlike the basic course, this information is not divided into 2 parts. The advanced course is listed in chapters because if you've made a total commitment to fame, the lines become blurred between advanced concepts and advanced techniques. They're all concepts, and they're all techniques. Take your time with this information because, as I said, it's advanced.
Chapter 1. How to Beat the Competition.
Most professions are highly competitive, right? Wrong. Most people in those professions are highly competitive, right? Right. Let's look at these 2 statements. There seems to be a contradiction here, right? Wrong. Believe it or not, you don't have any competition in the outside world. But you do face very fierce competition from one person, yourself. That's right, your most intense, in fact, the only competition you have is staring back at you in the mirror. It's been said, conquer yourself and you can conquer the world. If you can conquer that lazy, unfocused, insecure person in the mirror, you can conquer the world. But that if is as big as the entire world itself. However, there's a very simple solution to this problem. That's right. It's your old friend, total commitment. You are about to find the answers that you need to completely conquer yourself and climb to the very heights of fame in your profession.
Chapter 2. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind.
I'll begin with a brief explanation of the power of your subconscious mind. Many experts say that only 12% of the decisions that most people make in their daily lives are consciously motivated. That is, consciously thought through, which means the remaining 88% of their decisions are made subconsciously, involuntarily chosen with no control or rational thinking involved. Our minds have often been compared to an iceberg, where only the tip is visible above the waterline, while the major portion of its size lies totally unexposed, below the surface. Just because something is not visible does not mean that it doesn't exist. It's important to understand that your subconscious mind does not judge whether something is good or bad. It has no control. It only does what it's told to do. It has no ability to rationalize anything. It's a computer running on a set program. Whatever it's told to accept as the truth becomes the truth. There are many ways that you can access and influence your subconscious mind to automatically make the correct decisions, the right choices, and even put you in charm's way. That magical frame of mind that allows you to manifest and seize seemingly miraculous opportunities with your MSP. That's why hypnotherapy can be such a highly effective tool for achieving fame. You can reprogram your thought computer, reprogram your thinking to become an absolute fame machine.
Chapter 3. Concentrate on Fame.
Your mind is like a muscle in your body. The continuous exercise of your mind muscle can greatly improve your ability to get and stay focused. Your ability to concentrate is a major factor in your drive to be famous. Concentration on fame can really strengthen your mind muscle so you can become totally focused on your goal. Famous in 6 months. I'm going to teach you 2 different methods from 2 very famous people, Napoleon and Einstein. Let's start with Napoleon, whose powers of concentration were legendary. He developed his concentration powers with this one daily practice. Here's the Napoleon method. Take a pencil or a marker pen and make a dot about the size of a dime on the wall, or preferably on a mirror. Place yourself sitting or standing about 3 feet away and stare intently at the dot. Try not to blink your eyes and focus your thought on this single idea. I am famous. Hold that thought as long as possible, because any thought that is held without distraction for more than 17 seconds begins to manifest in your reality. If your mind wanders, blink your eyes and start again. Do this exercise without fail for at least 5 minutes a day, every day for 6 months. You'll be amazed at how quickly your powers of concentration will improve, and how you can use your new powers to bring your dreams and goals into crystal clear focus. Your vision of fame. Next is the Einstein method. Start with a pencil and paper, your cell phone timer, and a book to read. First, set the timer to run for 2 minutes and then start reading. If you become distracted, write a small X on the paper and whisper to yourself, I will not allow my mind to be distracted. And then start reading from where you left off. Every time you get distracted, put another X on the scratch paper and whisper to yourself, I will not allow my mind to be distracted. And then begin reading from where you stopped. Do this for the full 2 minutes, and then count the number of X marks on the paper. Keep going, and your powers of concentration will improve immensely. You will soon find that you will write fewer X marks on the paper. Once you gain the power to focus upon reading for 2 minutes without getting distracted, try it again for 4 minutes. With daily practice, you'll be able to do this for longer and longer periods of time, and your ability to concentrate will be awesome.
Chapter 4, EFT.
EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. EFT is an emotional version of acupuncture, but no needles are used. Instead, you simply tap with your fingers upon certain meridians in your body to release emotional blocks and rebuild the circuit board of your brain. This is a huge step forward in self-improvement. EFT can help to maximize your motivation, concentration, and your drive to be famous. The real beauty of EFT is it doesn't require that you have faith in its ability to create change. It works whether you believe in it or not, and it will produce tangible results. I promise you that if you learn to use EFT, you'll see amazing results in every aspect of your life.
Chapter 5, 3 Ways to Fame.
The following 3 fame programs can be used to fully integrate the power of your body, your mind, and your spirit, so that you're running at peak performance. 1. Decide upon an exact physical exercise program. 2. Develop an exact nutrition program. 3. You must observe an exact spiritual practice program. The immediate benefits of these programs are obvious, but it's deeper than that. It's actually more about the discipline. Let's take each one in order. Physical exercise program. Some people want to build more muscle mass or achieve a toned and ripped body. There are also many other people who seek to become more flexible or to develop stamina and energy. Once again, you must decide what works best for you, and then find a program or a personal trainer who offers a good program. Whether it's jogging, yoga, Pilates, weight training, or any other form of exercise, stick to it without exception. Make the commitment. That's the secret. Nutrition program. I'm not here to advise you on which nutrition program you should choose. Some people want to lose weight, and if it's weight loss you want, use Weight Watchers or any other legitimate diet plan. If you follow it carefully and completely, you are guaranteed to lose weight. The same holds true for every other nutrition program. If followed exactly without exception, they all work. They all produce the desired results. If it's increased vitality, detoxification, longevity, beauty enhancement, etc., there are many great programs available, but you must follow the rules without exception. Find one that suits you and stick to it. Make the commitment. That's the secret. Next is a spiritual practice program. This subject is a little more complex because it's not as cut and dry as exercise and nutrition. Spiritual practice requires belief and faith to make it effective. This is also a far more deeply personal and individual subject. Life is what we make it to be, and so is any and all spiritual practice. It depends upon your belief and having faith that you will see results for keeping the faith. Everyone has the right to decide this for themselves. What is most important is that you choose and religiously observe one. It will center you and give you insight into what is really your mission: fame. Fame and the creation of opportunities through magnetic star power is all about making magical events happen, putting yourself in charm's way. That's a very spiritual experience and requires tremendous belief in the law of total commitment. No matter what your spiritual faith, you may apply the law of total commitment. Find a spiritual practice that lifts you up and grounds you at the same time. It might be as simple as a daily prayer or learning meditation. This is another reason why it's so important to study the history of your paper doll. You will invariably find that your particular paper doll observed some type of spiritual practice religiously. It gave them a kind of inner peace that kept them focused on fame.
Chapter 6: Food for Fame.
What you are about to learn is an entirely different approach to eating food. Of course, a good diet is an important part of everyone's life, and there are a lot of different opinions about what makes the perfect diet. You must decide this for yourself. What I'm about to teach you is not about what to eat, but how to eat. We all know that there are many religious people who believe in saying grace before consuming food. This is an ancient practice and rooted in very sound logic. Many people believe in the concept of gratitude and that your body, mind, and soul must be fully integrated and treated as equal parts of your being in order to build spiritual power. I have invented a famed technique that is based upon this ancient concept, which can greatly enhance your MSP. This technique involves visualizing 3 organs inside of your body. The 3 organs are your heart, spleen, and appendix. Your heart is the center of your total commitment, your drive to be famous, and your courage. Your spleen controls your focus on fame and your powers of concentration that will sharpen your 3D thinking. Your appendix is your body's time machine, your ability to remain fully present in your persona. Study an anatomy chart to learn exactly where these organs exist in your body. Learn to feel them inside of your body. When you use food for fame, these 3 organs join forces and work together as a team to create magnetic star power. Now here's how it works. At least once a day, eat alone, in solitude, and completely undistracted. Do not speak, do not read, do not listen to anything such as a radio or a television, and shut off your telephone. Each bite of food must be chewed at least 30 times. As you swallow the food, you must visualize the 3 organs in your body, bathed and glowing in hot pink colored light. Repeat silently to yourself, This food for fame fuels my magnetic star power. My total commitment grows stronger with each bite. There's something truly magical about this technique. Not only does it deepen your awareness of the connection between your body, mind, and spirit, but food tastes better when it creates MSP. Learn to eat food for fame.
Chapter 7. Take a stand-up comedy class.
If becoming a stand-up comic is not your goal, you may wonder why you should consider a comedy class. Well, consider this. A stand-up comic can greatly influence people without the help of anything but their persona and their MSP. They must rely upon their ability to be completely relaxed and at the same time be intently focused upon their audience. The best stand-up comics convey an easy and casual manner in front of any crowd, whether it be one-on-one or a stadium full of people. Every great stand-up comic is fully present in their persona, and most come from a long line of paper dolls. I urge you to seriously consider taking a stand-up comedy class or a course in public speaking. Not so much to make yourself humorous or entertaining, but so that you gain confidence and new skills to be fully present in your persona. It's also very beneficial to join or volunteer for every organization, guild, union, or club associated with your profession. This has two real advantages. You'll be out there circulating among your peers, which will give you increased visibility, and also provide more opportunities to practice your 3D thinking and put yourself in charm's way. This is another surefire method to create the upward spiral to fame.
Chapter 8. The Power of a Powerhouse Attorney.
All successful people have another important thing in common. Although they're often too busy to talk on the phone, there's one phone call they always take: a call from their lawyer. Even the President of the United States will allow a high-level cabinet meeting to be interrupted by a telephone call from his lawyer. Attorneys have an enormous amount of influence on the affairs and decisions of every important person, no matter what their profession. So here's the trick. Let's say you're trying to gain an interview with a prominent person in your chosen field, but are having no success in getting even 5 minutes of that person's time. You can change that very easily. Find out the name of that person's attorney and hire that lawyer to make the introductions. Once you have learned the name of the attorney, and while fully present in your persona, approach the attorney with this offer: I will place you on retainer and give you 10% of what I directly earn from your introductions and influence. Think about this. Even if you yourself are an attorney, having someone who is prominent as your advocate is invaluable. It's ludicrous to point to yourself and tell people, this person is a star. That statement will sound egotistical and foolish. But if someone else, especially a person of influence, points to you and says, this person is a star, it has all the credibility in the world, and people will believe it. No matter what your profession, get a powerhouse attorney to make introductions on your behalf. It works like magic, and it's worth every penny.
Chapter 9. The Power of Public Relations.
Public relations is PR. What is PR? It's the relationship that you build with the public. What does a PR agent do? That's a really good question. A PR agent works hard to get their clients on TV, in the press, and highly visible online. So it's a great investment to hire a PR agent for the connections they may have. Think of it like this. Actors, musicians, makeup artists, fashion designers, and many other creative professionals all have PR agents. So why shouldn't every person who seeks fame, regardless of their profession, hire a PR agent? A good PR agent has vital contacts to get you the exposure that can make you famous. It's important to understand that although it's best to hire a top-flight professional PR agent, you don't need to have a huge budget because even a beginner in PR can be very effective as long as they're getting your name out there in public. If you can find someone who's energetic, hungry for success, and possesses the same degree of total commitment as yourself, you can build a winning partnership that can carry you both to the top. Public relations is much like persona in the sense that it's all about how others perceive you and the projection of your public image. If anyone understands the power of public image, it's a PR agent. If you start thinking along those lines, you're bound to come up with some great ideas to help your upward spiral to fame.
Chapter 10: The Magic Point.
It's now time to talk about the magic point. It's an esoteric and very deep fame concept, but you may find this to be something that you've always known, but maybe just needed someone to put it into words. The magic point is a point of reference that allows you to view yourself and your place not only in every immediate situation, but within the entire universe as well. You could say it's advanced 3D thinking. Having this perspective of a big picture will definitely improve your performance anytime you might also need to use it as a combat technique. Many times in life, no matter how well prepared we may be, we can suddenly be caught off balance and lose our ability to remain fully present, and that can seriously weaken our MSP. The magic point is not only a solid defense against this happening, it's also a very effective strategy that will empower you to take the initiative to seize every opportunity for fame. Begin by sitting in a chair with your eyes closed, and imagine the room no longer has a ceiling, and you're looking down, viewing yourself from above. Now expand your vision to include the entire building, and then the street, and keep expanding further and further to view the city, the state, the country, the continent, and next, view the Earth itself. Then see the Earth turning in space with the other planets, as well as the sun, the moon, and the stars in the sky. Now imagine that along with your expanded vision, your entire being has also greatly expanded, and two of the stars in space become your eyes. And now, as part of the universe, you're able to see the planets orbit the sun, which has become your heart glowing inside of your weightless body. That is the magic point. Now declare these words silently to yourself. I am in the universe, and the universe is in me. We are one at the magic point. I have unlimited magnetic star power. Next, reverse the process to return yourself instantly to your room. The more quickly you can expand and collapse your perspective of yourself in the universe, the more adept you'll become at making this a combat technique when you're out in the world. With this perspective, you'll begin to realize an ultimate truth. And that truth is, you are both created by and creator in the universe. Every element, every mineral, every material that exists in space also exists within you. This is not a theory. It's a scientific fact. A fact that will empower you and make you feel far more confident and self-assured. The magic point is the eternal source of your magnetic star power. Most people, if asked to ponder their place within God's creation, would describe themselves as nothing more than infinitely small and insignificant in the universe. And yet, the opposite is true, meaning you are infinitely powerful and able to completely create your world. If you learn to find your magic point, you will soon realize that no other person or temporary situation can ever diminish your magnetic star power. Your ability to find your magic point is your magic.
Chapter 11. Keep Up the Style.
Many years ago, I had the honor of getting to know the legendary Count Yogi, the world's greatest golfer, whose colossal records in the game are still unbroken. His ability to remain fully present in his persona was unrivaled by any other famous person I have ever known. He was not only the genius of golf, but also a very wise man. Count Yogi had a simple but elegant philosophy of life that was summed up in just 4 words. Keep up the style. As it is with many great truths, these simple words carry a very deep message. Think about every disappointment or failure you have ever known, whether it was your own or that of someone else. Every relationship and commitment fails because someone didn't keep their word. Somebody didn't keep up the style. Think about it. Let's say 2 people had a love affair, and one person or the other became bored. Maybe they both did. When they first met, they put their best foot forward and tried hard to show only the best facets of their personalities. They looked their best and acted their best in the beginning. But were they conducting themselves in the same way 6 months later? Probably not. People get lazy, and then everything starts going downhill. They start taking things for granted. Attention to their appearance grows lax. They become less attentive to the other person's feelings and less polite. Good manners and common courtesies are forgotten, and petty criticisms begin to arise. Words are spoken that can't be taken back. The wrong doors get opened and can't be closed. The thrill is gone. Why? I'll tell you why. Because somebody dropped the ball. Somebody let somebody down. And didn't keep up the style. That's why things lose their magic. It doesn't matter whether it was a love affair, a family relationship, a professional relationship, a friendship, or any other type of connection between people. If that relationship failed or had difficulties, it was usually because somebody disappointed someone. Somebody didn't keep up the style. The same holds true for yourself in your spiritual pursuits, diets, exercise, money matters, etc., etc. To keep up the style means keeping the magic alive in everything you do. If you truly value the idea of fame and what it can do for your life and the lives of millions of others, do yourself and everyone else a big favor. Keep up the style. Well, we've covered a lot of ground, and some of this information may take a while to fully process. But it's all here. The fame concepts, the fame techniques, and the correct steps to take. I'm very excited for you. You're about to embark on the greatest adventure of your life, the upward spiral to fame. It always gives me great personal satisfaction whenever I see someone I've coached become famous. And I look forward to hearing about your achievement of fame. Remember, fame begins when you decide in your heart to embrace fame as a lifestyle, as a reality. Day by day, moment by moment. Fame is your divine right, and the world needs you to help make it a better place. The world needs you to be famous. You can really do this. You can be famous in 6 months. This is LP Edwards saying, keep up the style and keep in touch.
How to Be Famous in 6 Months by LP Edwards. The Advanced Course for Fame.